Welcome to this week's edition of Falcon Focus, episode number 6 here in season number 4. My name is Matt Menzel. Coming up on this week's edition, in segment number 2, our focus will turn to cross country and track and field, being joined by a freshman from Madrid, Spain, that being Ainara Sainz de Rosas. And then coming up in segment number 1, we talk men's golf and men's hockey. That with another freshman, Cole Shane. Stay tuned. That's coming up on this week's edition of Falcon Focus. It's Tuesday and it's time for Falcon Focus. Welcome back to this week's edition of Falcon Focus, episode number 6 here in season number 4. And we begin by talking men's golf and men's ice hockey, being joined by Cole Shane. And let's start by going the golf route before we get into the hockey talk. And looking at golf, how did your season go, personally?
Personally, I thought it went great. This was my first year of competitive golf, coming from hockey and stuff, but I thought I did a really good job. I mean, the pressure was there, but I thought I did a really good job throughout the whole season, all matches. I felt really good.
I know for the team, bigger roster, more depth here this season. Overall, for the team, how did things go?
I thought it went really well. I mean, like the upperclassmen, Trent Sherman, Nico, they helped us out a lot, the lower classmen guys. I mean, I thought it was overall a very good season. The upperclassmen helped us out a lot, and I thought it went really smooth. I mean, I'm really confident. I'm really excited for the spring season to come.
When you look at just going out there and competing, the different courses you played at, how did you go about preparing for maybe what to expect, being that I'm venturing to guess a lot of those courses are brand new for you?
Yeah, for sure. I'm new to the area, new to the courses we played, but I think Coach Greg helped us out a lot, prepared us, walked us through the courses, whether it was on the mobile app, scorecards, whatever it may be, helped us kind of get an idea of what we're going to walk into before we get there. And then obviously those first couple holes are key, get your stress out and just
Sure.
have a good time and just know that you're playing golf, it's definitely competitive, but I think overall, even with hockey, we're playing sports. We're here for, to have fun too.
So when you look back at your first collegiate golf season, what do you look at, point at, and say, hey, that's my highlight so far. That's my top moment?
Oh, definitely. I went 78, 76. I shot a 154 on a tournament, and that was huge. I mean, I shot a 78. I broke 80, and I was like, wow, this is huge. And then that's funny because I remember calling my dad, and I was like, hey, I did that. And he's like, all right, let's see you do it the next day. And I ended up shooting a 76, so I think that was pretty cool.
So when you break down your golf game, what do you think are your strengths? What areas do you point at and go, hey, I need to get better here?
Definitely around the green. I think that's everybody though. The 100 yards in is huge, right?
Okay.
Anyone can hit a drive, you can make up for it. But I think those 100 yards in, getting the ball close to the pin on your chips and making those big putts for sure. I think that was this year with competitive golf. That's where I definitely realized, that's the key to scoring well.
So you talk about competing in golf for the first time. When did you start overall playing golf and why?
Well, I actually started playing I think sophomore, junior year of high school, and it wasn't even competition. It was just my dad helped me. I stopped playing baseball, and it was just I wanted to fill something in the summers, and it ended up just being golf because my dad used to play a lot, and he just taught me everything I know. And coming here, Coach Greg has helped me a lot with course management and consistency, and that's probably why my season took off pretty well. I felt really good out there this year. I'm really excited, years in advance, and even the spring season coming out for sure.
Does it feel different going out there and competing versus just going out there and leisurely golfing?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, you're on that tee box, and you definitely got to put a ball in play. That first tee jitters they're huge. It's definitely different.
Overall, I know I just asked you about your strengths and maybe areas you'd like to improve in your golf game, but, when you look at the sport of golf, what do you love about it, and what do you still see as maybe being the most frustrating part about golf?
I love the fact that I'm just outside. I'm on this beautiful golf course, wherever it may be, enjoying the weather. Some we have cold and rainy days, but most of the time it's usually really nice. I just love, the vibes of golf, being out there, talking to people, enjoying the weather and stuff like that, and definitely, the downsides of it would be just, the coldness. We've had a couple rounds in the 40s. That's not fun, but it's golf. I really can't complain. I had a really good season.
and you're going to be a goaltender for the men's ice hockey team as well.
Yep.
When you came to Concordia, did you think about playing two sports? How did you get involved in golf?
No, I actually, so when I committed for hockey, I was talking to my assistant coach, Nate Eminger, and he brought it up that we have a golf team and stuff, and I was like, wow, like, because I was talking about how I do it a lot leisurely in the summer and whatnot, and then my dad actually pushed me to, like, reach out to Coach Greg Nikolai, the golf coach, and say, hey, look, like, this might be an opportunity, and ended up working out really well for me.
So outside of hockey and golf, what other sports did you try? You mentioned baseball, but other sports you tried or attempted to play growing up?
I played baseball like religiously throughout my whole life until high school. I played football a couple years. I was around everything. I'm just I like just being like outside doing everything. I think it was mostly baseball, hockey, golf, and football. But now it's hockey and golf, and honestly, I can't get a better duo. I love them.
Well, it's hard to believe, although when you step outside, it certainly feels like hockey season. But hockey season is upon us now, and the first exhibition matchup coming up at Trine on Saturday before the regular season. The puck will drop coming up on Friday, the 28th of October, against a rival in non-conference play for the Falcons over the last couple of years, that being St. Scholastica. But talking about this hockey team, there's a brand new head coach. When you look at the roster, a number of new faces, which includes upwards of 20 freshmen on this team. I venture to guess you started practicing with the hockey team. How's the team looking so far?
For sure. I mean, like you said, we're young, but I think these guys that we brought in are very passionate. Like I said, we were doing a lot of extra stuff on the side. A lot of guys are taking it upon themselves, going to the gym, working out, running on the bluffs and whatnot. I mean, I'm really excited for this season. And like everyone says, we're going to be young and whatnot, but I think Coach Masso's his direction of where we're going to be as a team, it's just we're going to be hardworking, we're going to be in great shape, and experience will come, but I think I'm excited. I'm very excited. These guys, we're ready. I think we're going to be a good team.
And we look at the goaltending position. There are 4 on the roster. 3 are freshmen. The Falcons do bring back Leo McGarva.
Mm-hmm.
How's the competition so far at that goaltending position?
I think it's definitely healthy. It's a healthy competition. I think we're all pushing ourselves in the right direction. We actually, I mean, McGarva is our junior. He's our senior. You know, we look at him, you know, for advice. But I think Dolan, Gabe, and I are all competing very well with each other. Our practice game, we all looked very good in that, very confident. I think it's going to be a great season. I think we're going to rotate around. We'll see who's hot, but I'm really excited. I like the group of guys. It's really good.
Well, like I mentioned with golf, how about with hockey? What did you start playing and why?
Hockey started when I was really young, about 5 years old. I started playing actually from a baseball teammate that his dad was just like, hey, can you play hockey? And I was like, I don't know how to skate, but I'll try it out. And actually it just took off. I started goalie right away, and I've never played a different position. It's been amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Never played forward, never played defense, just straight into goalie. And I don't know anything different, so I think that's good.
Did you volunteer, or did they kind of talk you into it?
No, they talked me into it. They're like, look, we need a goalie for our team, so can you try it out? And it's funny, my dad was like, you know what they're asking to do, right? They're asking you to stand in front of pucks getting hit at your head. And
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, you know, I mean, I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I don't like it. My dad's like, all right, and I stuck with it. So here I am now.
I truly believe in every position, regardless of what the sport is, you have to have a great deal of confidence. But how about from a goaltending perspective? Obviously, goals are going to happen.
Yeah.
Teams are going to score.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself, focused, refocused? How do you keep yourself pumped up? Because I'm sure it's easy to get down when 1 or 2 goals go by.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. I've been on teams in the past where I've definitely got a lot of shots on me and a lot of goals, but you got to just realize you got to stop the next shot, right? Like, just in golf, you got to hit another good shot after you hit a bad shot, right? Like, it's just that mentality of, like, moving on and doing better next time. Definitely goaltending is a mental stressing position, but I think it's pushed me to become a better person, too. Like, it's whether it's in school, you get a bad grade, you got to do better on the next one, right? Like, I think it's just a mentality to have, for sure. I mean, like I said, golf, hockey, life, it's all relevant.
Has it gotten easier as the years have gone on to see that puck coming at you, where it's like, for novices like ourselves watching from the stand, sometimes you don't even see the puck. You're like, where'd it go?
Yeah.
And you have to be on top of it.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, like, preparation is key of everything, right? Like, my goaltending coaches in the past, Coach Eminger, he's my goalie coach here too, Coach Jose. It's all about getting there in the right time to prepare yourself for the shot, right? Like, you might not see it, but if you're there, you could stop it, right? It's all about preparation. So I think over the years, I think footwork is key, and just making sure that you're hitting your spots it's what makes you a better puck stopper.
Well, obviously, hockey's a much different sport than soccer, at least from a speed standpoint. But I know in soccer, the goalkeeper is so critical when it comes to communicating with that back line.
Oh, yeah.
How about for a goaltender, talking with your blue line?
Yeah.
I mean, is it communication
Oh, yeah.
key?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing about being a goaltender, you see the whole ice, right? Like, we are like almost like captains on the ice. I mean, personally, I love yelling at my defense, up,
Can they hear you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We yell at each other a lot. It's good, communication is key, right? Like, backdoor, making sure the guys are covering the right positions. But, like, being in that net, you see the whole ice. So it definitely helps communicating with your defensemen, even your forwards that are moving up the ice.
Prior to coming here to Concordia, you got the opportunity to play with the Milwaukee Power the last couple of seasons.
Yep.
You came back from hip surgery following that 2020-21 campaign. First of all, how did that hip surgery go? What did the recovery process all entail?
Yeah, no. So I got my right hip done April of last summer. It went great. Definitely different. It was my first surgery, so it was just a little like it was just different. Definitely mentally straining. It's kind of depressing going through that, but I had a great support system around me. I recovered great, and then I came back to the Milwaukee Power. It ended up being I had to get my other hip done. So I was just, it is what it is. But, no, it was great. I think it helped me mentally know that I can overcome these things, right? Like, it was more mentally draining than it was physically draining, I would say. But coming into college, I was super excited. I am super excited. The season's been going great so far, and my body's been holding up well. So I just can't wait to get in full effect.
So, again, you feel great today?
I feel great. Yeah, I'm excited.
Tell us about that experience with the Power.
It was great. Junior hockey is definitely a different animal. It's different. You're kind of on your own a lot. You're kind of figuring out what you want to do. Coach Eminger was actually my coach at the Milwaukee Power for the first year. He was great. I had a lot of opportunities to do great things for the Power. I did play a lot of games, which was awesome. It's junior hockey. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, you're on your own. I don't know how to explain it. It's tough. It's gritty. It's definitely a lot of work. I was doing schooling online too, so that was another aspect of it. But juniors is more of a less just you're grinding on your body physically and mentally to get to college.
And that first year, did you play at the Ozaki Ice Center?
I did, yes.
So
yeah.
you're familiar, obviously, with your surroundings.
Yeah.
How important is that for a goaltender? Just when you look at that backdrop and just knowing what the wall color may be, just so you can see that puck.
Yeah, no. Ozaki's a great spot. I mean, they actually just changed the lighting in there, which is huge. So I think that was a key thing. But yeah, no, being familiar with the boards, the way the puck's gonna bounce off, the crease, the way it feels, it's definitely a big plus that I have knowing Ozaki, and I enjoy it. I love being back at the rink.
We touched on the fact that you're playing a couple of sports here at Concordia, but how did you end up at Concordia? What made this the school choice for you?
Definitely Coach Eminger. He was my coach in juniors. He helped me guide my way through this process. It was a big aspect. I mean, I can't thank him more than enough to being here at Concordia and giving me the opportunity to play NCAA hockey and golf now.
And as mentioned, from a hockey standpoint, exhibition coming up on Saturday at Trine, and then it starts for real at the Ozaki Ice Center on Friday, October the 28th against St. Scholastica. What are you most looking forward to this hockey season?
I think just being involved with the school and having a logo to represent. I think being on the hockey team is a great opportunity to meet new people, and I've already met a lot of great people here at Concordia, and also that golf team. I mean, I would have never met a lot of people throughout the fall season. I mean, it's been great. I'm super happy to be here.
Finally, do you have goals for yourself this season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely want to play as many games as I can. Definitely want to help the boys to a couple wins, but I think overall I just want to have a great season. I mean, if I'm not playing in that, I definitely want to be that supportive player on the bench or in the stands, whether it be me starting or me not starting.
Sure.
I want to be there for the boys.
Well, Cole, I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
All the best this hockey season.
Thank you. Yeah.
Again, he'll be between the pipes throughout the course of this winter, and you can see the Falcons in person October the 28th. Check out CUWFalcons.com for the complete schedule. Stay tuned. More Falcon Focus is next.
Since 1978, Lutheran Church Extension Fund has had the humble privilege of supporting the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod in fulfilling its mission of sharing the gospel.
Thanks to our faithful investors, we provided thousands of church workers, congregations, schools, and organizations with the resources they need to reach more people with the saving name of Christ. It's what we do.
Because our greatest joy comes from seeing LCMS Ministries and her workers thrive, we will continue to make precious resources available, both today and far into the future. It's our promise to you.
We are Lutheran Church Extension Fund.
We are Lutheran Church Extension Fund.
We are Lutheran Church Extension Fund. We want to be part of your great and exciting work.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Falcon Focus. Segment number 2 as our focus now turns to cross country, and the track and field season is around the corner as well. And being joined by freshmen on the cross country and track and field teams, that being Ainara Sainz DeRosas, kind enough to join us. And Ainara, I want to start by just talking about your background. You're originally from Madrid, Spain. When did you come to the state of Wisconsin, and why?
I first came here just to learn English. I was just gonna be here for a year as an exchange student, and then I really liked it. I loved it here, and I decided to stay. And my host family gave me the opportunity to stay with them. So yeah, and then here I am.
And you're up in Wisconsin Rapids. Did you like that area?
Yes, I loved it. Yeah, and I love the community and everything. Yeah,
So tell me about your English. Was that something that you were able to kind of grasp quickly, or has it taken some time?
It takes some time. But I was lucky enough to I knew some English. Back in Spain, we have an English class, the same like here if you have Spanish class. But so yeah, I knew some English, but it took some time to get used to everything and how fast people talk and all that. But yeah, it was fun.
So for you, coming from Spain to the States, what was the biggest adjustment outside of just learning the language? What was the biggest adjustment that you've had to make?
I don't know. Probably how cold it is here. The winters are rough, yeah, and just I don't know. I just would say the language and how cold it is. I think, and yeah, I think that's it.
How cold does it usually get back in Madrid?
Probably just around 40s, 50s. I know that's cold, but here it gets negative 50 sometimes. That's, yeah.
And those watching at home can't tell, but it's 30 degrees here inside the field house right now. So it's like an igloo in here, and she came prepared. Here on the Concordia campus, how did you end up at Concordia?
Well, I toured Concordia, and it was just so pretty, and I just felt like home, and I loved the cross-country team and the track and field team. I love the coaches, and I just think it feels like home for me. Yeah.
You've been here now a couple of months, at least here on campus. What's your favorite part, maybe outside of cross country, what's your favorite part about this campus? Is there one thing you point at and be like, I really love that?
Well, the bluff and the lake. That's probably it. And the people. I just love the people and how nice everyone is. Yeah.
You went to Assumption High School.
I did.
What sports did you play?
I ran cross country, played basketball, and ran track and field. So.
Did you play any other sports growing up back in Spain?
I played basketball my whole life. Back in Spain, I played basketball a year-round thing.
Okay.
So in Spain, if you play a sport, you're most likely gonna play it for a year-round. So. Yeah, and then when I came to US, I decided to join cross country just to get in shape for basketball, and then I loved it. So then then it became my sport.
Did you ever consider playing basketball in college?
I did, yeah, but it was just gonna be a lot if I did both, and then I just had to choose and decided to run. And yeah.
When and how did you realize that you enjoyed running?
Well, probably after my first couple races, it's just at the end of the race when you're done, it's just the best feeling ever. You did that, and I love that feeling. So I guess, yeah.
So what's in your opinion, what's the biggest difference? Obviously at Assumption High School, now at Concordia, just competing in cross country. Is there a big difference in the competition level?
Well, yeah. I mean, now it's college. College harder. Like there are a lot of fast girls, and we do a lot more mileage. I feel like, and but I mean, it's cross country. It's the same everywhere you go. It just run as fast as you can. So, I mean, I guess there's not a lot difference, but yeah, I would say that's it.
I was going to ask you about that. So at each meet, do you have a different approach on how you want to maybe approach this course or that, or is it always just go fast and hope you can create that separation?
Well, my goal is always to like be consistent during the race, and I think that's what I think about every single race.
Now for cross country, the NAC Championships just around the corner, October 29th down in Illinois. So far for you, how's your season gone this year?
It's going well. Well, in high school we ran 5Ks, now it's 6K, so I'm trying to get used to that. But I think it's going well. It's been a good first year.
Is there one meet that stands out among the rest so far for you as your top moment?
Probably my first meet here at Concordia, the home meet. Some of my family friends came over to see me run,
Oh, nice.
and it was really nice from them. So, and I did pretty good. So yeah.
Yeah. How's the team doing so far?
Team's doing well. I think so. There's a lot of freshmen, so I really think the upperclassmen are doing a really good job on like getting us involved and like letting us know how like what it is to be in a team, and like what it is to be a runner at Concordia. And I'm really thankful for all my teammates. Yeah.
Talk about making a splash. As a freshman, right away you're named the NAC Cross Country Athlete of the Week on the 14th of September. What did that mean to you to be honored by the conference so early in your career?
Well, I was not expecting that, but I'm so thankful that I was just like, wow, like it really means a lot to me, and that my work's really paying off, and just happy to see it.
Obviously cross country now, but track and field's around the corner. The indoor season will get started. I think the first week of December is at least the first meet that's on the CUWFalcons.com schedule. As far as track and field goes, do you know what events you want to be involved in yet?
I'm not sure yet. Probably distance. That's what I like doing. So maybe you'll see me run a 5K, 10K, hopefully a 2-mile indoor. So.
Have you always been a big fan of distance?
I would say so. Well, back in Spain, I just used to play basketball, but I used to run with my dad because he runs like 60-mile races and stuff like that. So yeah, so I would just run with him, but I didn't really enjoy it until I came here to US. So.
Do you? I assume yes, but when it's not in season, do you run just for fun? And if so, what's typical for you, like mile wise?
Well, I feel like I've been in season for a couple years now, like running, but I like running on my own and just for fun. Probably like I don't know, like a 6-mile long run. It's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get much of a break then, going from cross country to the track and field?
I think we get like a 2-week break. I think. I'm not really sure.
Will you rest then, or do you just kind of keep in training?
I think we rest for a week and then we start again like low mileage and then go up to high mileage.
Okay. Well, let's get to know you better. As again, she's a freshman here at Concordia, part of the cross country and track and field teams. Do you have a nickname?
I do. They call me Nars, like here. I don't know why. And then back home, they call me Marinera.
That's good though.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't know.
Do you like the Nars nickname?
Yep.
Yeah. They just kind of stuck it on you one day.
Yes, they did.
Any hobbies besides running?
Well, playing basketball. Just hanging out with friends. Having a bonfire. I like listening to music a lot.
What type of music?
Country.
Okay.
Mhm.
Favorite food?
I would say pasta,
Okay. Favorite holiday?
Christmas, or the 4th of July.
So you like Christmas even though it's cold.
Yes.
Favorite weather to run in? What's the best ideal running conditions?
I think right now, like what the weather is like right now.
So you
Like,
like 50,
For the
55,
races,
60? Okay.
yeah. It's. I think I like the races when they're cold. I think I do better.
If it rains, does that bother you at all?
Not really.
No? Okay. What is your major? What do you want your major to be at Concordia?
It's physical therapy.
Okay. Why physical therapy?
Because I want to be able to help people get back to doing what they like. Like, either like an athlete, I want to be able to help them and like get back to what they are and like their good shape. So, yeah.
What is one fact about you that many may not know about you?
That I'm from Spain.
Well, that is true. I
Yeah.
mean, I go to the cross country roster page, you're from Wisconsin Rapids. Now you go to the track and field page, you're from Madrid, Spain. Maybe what's one thing about Spain that many people might not know here in America?
That it's really warm. Oh, I feel like people know that. I don't know.
How big is soccer in Spain?
It's really big.
And you never got like into that whole
I-
soccer vibe?
No, I never played soccer. I've watched it, of course.
Mhm.
Like when I went to my grandpa's house, soccer was always on, or at my house. But I just decided to play basketball, so I didn't really. Yeah.
How big is basketball in Spain?
Basketball is big. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty big actually. Yeah.
Is there a big following of American basketball over there, like NBA?
NBA. Yeah.
Okay. Are you NBA fan?
Mhm.
Favorite team? Favorite player?
The Bucks.
Bucks.
Yep. Yeah. So,
Favorite player?
probably Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Looking at obviously your background, is there one piece of advice you've ever been given, whether it be from a coach, a parent, a friend, that you've always kind of lived by?
Yes, probably just be you at all times, be brave, and never take anything for granted. Yeah.
When you look at coming over here, when you came here from Spain, how nervous were you about just this whole experience, and how long did it take you to kind of get comfortable?
Well, I was nervous, but I knew I was going can stay with a good family. Oh, my story is a long story. So my mom.
We got time.
Okay, my mom, when she was 18, she came to the U.S. as an exchange student like me, and she stayed with my host dad's family. So that's how they knew each other.
Okay.
So they've known each other for like forever. And then he went to Spain to stay for a year. So then that's how I ended up here.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Do you plan on going back anytime soon?
Back to Spain?
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe Christmas this summer. I mean,
Okay.
I go like every summer
Okay.
to visit and like be with my family. But yeah.
Coming back now with cross country, as mentioned, the NAC Championships coming up on October the 29th down in Illinois. To wrap it up, what goals do you have, maybe for yourself, for the team next week in the conference championships?
Probably as a team, just do whatever we can to and just give our best. And personally, I would say be consistent and just do whatever it takes to help the team do as best as we can.
Do you look at times, do you have, for you, do you have a time where you go, hey, I want to try to beat this?
Well, I feel like we all do, but being the first year, we are still kind of getting used to that change from 5K to 6K, so I'm just trying to think on the what I can do at the moment and just give my best at all times.
I was going to say, for this being your first year, you got to be pretty pleased, I would guess, with how things have gone so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you set the bar pretty high for what could come.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is it?
Really excited about it.
Well, all the best. Again, NAC Championships coming up on October the 29th. We'll be cheering for you, not only with cross country, but then going right into indoor track and field coming up in the not-too-distant future. INR, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. And we thank you for watching this week's edition of Falcon Focus.